Hello and welcome. Today we're taking a look at Unity of Command 2. This is a turn-based war game set during World War II. We're going to be on the Western Front this time. Those of you not familiar with Unity of Command, it came out several years ago for the Eastern Front. Well, we're going to the West this time. It's been developed by 2x2 Games, and it came out back in November. And I thought it was worth taking a look at. So essentially what's going on here is we were taking command of the Western forces during World War II. Western Front allies during World War II. And we're going to go and battle it out. Turn-based style, sort of the old turn-based war game style of game here. We do have a scenario editor in the game. There is, as far as I can tell, no multiplayer in the game. And I think you have to be the allies. I don't think there's any way, unless the scenario editor may be able to adjust that a bit. But the campaign itself, as we can see here, you can choose any of the campaigns within or any missions within the game to play by itself, or you can just go into the main campaign, which we'll do today. But yeah, this is solely focused on the allies here. So it is we're in the West. We're going into North Africa today, and we're going to see if we can take Tunisia. So the year is 1943. Things are turning around, basically. That's what it's trying to tell us here. We're at normal difficulty and see if we can try this thing out. All right. We get a bit of a backstory here. You know, in case you missed history class, I guess. That's all Eastern Front. We don't care about that, or about the West. So we are beginning here in Tunisia, and we're going to be marching north, kicking the Nazis out of there, I guess is the idea, here in North Africa. So we are designated as Supreme Allied Commander here, taking command of the British 8th, the US 2nd here in Tunisia. So at the start of each of these missions, we're going to get a set of cards that we can use. They're basically just like little extra abilities that we can get through this one mission. These are randomized as far as I understand. Well, maybe they're different than what I saw the first time around. So we got, just like a free recon, which gives us we can see, what we know recon does. Ultra intelligence, it removes fog of war. I mean, sure, I'll buy it. As you advance the campaign, you're going to be getting and losing prestige points, which is what we're using for this kind of stuff. I don't think there's any naval bombardment in this first mission, so I'm going to kind of ignore that. What's that do? Paradrop this unit into any scenario. Oh, yeah, I'll take a paratrooper. Can I have it? Oh, it's 120. It's expensive. So if I don't do that one, well, too late now. It's fine. So you can see the green number is how much prestige these cost. That's an expensive one, so that's why we don't get it. We're focused here on the Mediterranean, though, and so you can see all the different missions we'll eventually make our way through. But we're just going to go ahead and continue on. We can adjust some things here if we want to do some adjustment. We'll see all this stuff as we get in there. There really is a lot going on here, and I'll do my best to try to keep it simple and explain, the basics anyway. We're gonna go into Wadi Akarit here. We've been halted near El Ghoutar and Maknassi, and the British 8th are in the south, the US are in the west. It's our job to cut off some supply lines, which is a big part of this game, and kick the Axis out. So let's start the thing up. And we'll see if we can hopefully not lose. So I mentioned supply lines. Supply lines is a big deal here. So our forces are converging towards a link-up in central Tunisia. The U.S. 2nd Corps and British 1st Army are trying to force the passes of the eastern dorsal range, which is up to the north here, and then cut off the Axis line of retreat from Wadi Akarit. Be wary of extending your forces, though. This stage in desert war, no need for unnecessary risks. Whatever, game. We're going to be doing all kinds of unnecessary risks. All right, so we have a couple objectives here, and our job is to get... where's it at? Well, here in 4 turns and here in 7 turns is the main goal here. So we can go and we can zoom out if we want. Well, eventually, the next mission I think is up here. But for right now, we're down in the south here, and you can see we are all here. We're the allies. We're the yellow guys. We're fighting the gray guys up to the north here. And each unit has all kinds of stats and things, which we'll cover in a moment. But mostly the important ones are over here in Gabas. We've got the British 8th. And we're all hanging out down here in the south. We got a bunch of Germans and Italians sitting here to the north. We have a supply line, which you notice these dotted lines are very important to keep ourselves in that, basically. Each soldier, each unit has these little pips on it. More pips means more stable, more better, basically. And there's a lot more little things that'll come in. Like you guys can see these little shovels, they are dug in, basically is what that means. So that's what all that means. We'll see all that in a second. I think our first mission, though, is to adjust the HQ if we want to. And I am going to actually move this up just a little bit, because I feel like we might be moving up our lines here in just a moment. We can move another supply line here, our headquarters, if we want. I'll leave that one where it is. And the other one is up this way. The British First is up here. I think it's fine where it is. I don't know. I'm just moving things to show things off. So anyway, let's go ahead and start this thing. And we have a couple main goals. We also have some bonus objectives, like take McNasty right here if we want to. Gives us some extra points that we can get. Yeah, I understand. We can also, by the way, we can. Which one was it? This one? Yeah, we can turn around if we want. We can zoom in and out. But you know what? Let's just take out some Germans and some Italians. We do have an air attack, a bomber run. We may have gotten a card at the beginning of the game randomly, but we don't have it. We just have the one. One thing that's also important here to notice is each of these headquarters has their own sort of, like, this is their units. And we have little perks that we can do. The British 8th can make bridges, for instance. They can also blow up bridges. And things that they can do as long as they're within their range, which is why we moved them up just a little bit. Some other ones have, let's see, we got the US 2nd over here has basically the same things. We can also do some resupplying. So resupply is a big part of this game. Before we go shooting things, let's show that off. We can hold V and we can see our supply lines. So basically, a very big part is to stay in the supply lines. And we can see the enemy supply lines here as well. They're using the rail to supply their units. So if we can get in there and cut off the rail, like for instance right here, there's a couple of trucks hauling things around there, and it was up here. If we can cut these things off, easy. So our job, protect our routes, cut off theirs, basically. And we got this this bulge going on over here, which we could probably cut this off. If we get up right here, we'll cut them both off. So first order of business, however, is to do some killing, I suppose. So let's zoom in just a bit here and see what we can do over this way. So we got a line of folks over here. We've got some infantry right here, and we can do a few different things. So I mentioned we're at this headquarters. So we have a couple of bonus attacks we can do, like suppressive fire. We can do a feint attack or a set piece attack. Basically what these things do, set piece attack, I think, is the one that will get them out of being dug in, for instance. You can kind of see the red markers over there, all kinds of things. But basically we can get them out of being dug in. You can also see if we shoot somebody, there's like a 3 and a 0. The first number is how much damage we would take or how bad off we will be. You can see we'll lose some pips, and the 0 is how bad they will be. So we don't want to shoot there. This guy, however, might do some shooting. And but I reckon we should do something exciting first. So let's go do some set piece attacks and see if we can hit this guy that's in these little this canyon here. A little bit of suppression fire just to get him undug in, so we can do something with him in a moment. These guys are done now. We have different attacks, like you can attack and move in one round, but you know what? Just shoot things. Let's just shoot things. Take that. And they ran away. Okay, you know what? We're moving up. Well, maybe we should send a tank in. Let's move a tank right on in to capture some prisoners. Because these guys, we shot them. They ran away. They're scared. Let's go blast some more folks. Let's blast these guys that we got out of being dug in. Like that. And they're out of here now. So, you can go ahead and let's move the tanks in. Move on in. And we can hit either of these. Let's hit that guy. There we go. Counterattack, that kind of hurt. This is all deserty stuff, so we can't move over this very well. There's a button for, is it T? T for terrain, I think? Is that the one? Yeah, terrain view shows how rough the terrain is and all that stuff. So we got to be mindful of that. Let's see here. What can you do? Nothing. But you can get out of the way. Let's just get out of the way for right now. Send someone else in here to do the dirty work. Like, what do you guys do? You can get shot down pretty good there. We can send in, you know what? Send in the tanks. There you go. They are dug in. We probably should do some suppressive fire, actually, rather than what we're doing. Actually, head on back here. I'm going to send you in. You know what? That might be enough to run them off. No, not quite. Whoops. You already moved. Yeah. Good job, sort of. You got 3. You're still hanging in there. Really advance the line here, but we got something, I suppose. Let's go look at somewhere else. So over here, the U.S. 2nd. We got a dug-in Panzer Grenadier sitting here. We have an Italian armor right over there. We got a few more tanks back here, a couple Panzers. So I think what we probably should do, these guys are going to be shot down to pieces if we try shooting at them. So we could try to do a little bit of suppressive fire and maybe get them out of hampered a bit. Oh, there we go. We lost 3 pips, which means we have a good chance of hitting them very hard, which we're going to do. There we go. Oh, I got an achievement for that. All right. You know what? Moving the tanks. Yeah. Looks like he's in a bad spot. You know, honestly, we probably actually don't really need to care about this. We're just trying to hit the supply line. So we should do that. Again, all these things that I'm doing here with... So he's out of the range of his headquarters. Oh, no, he's not. Oh, I'm out of points. You get points for each headquarters. So I've used them all, so I can't do the suppressive fire thing anymore. But we can repair bridges if we want. I think what we can do, though... Can you hit him? You could hit him. Yeah, go for it. The game said don't take chances, but you know what? I don't listen to games. And then you're going to be in bad shape if you do. But you're on a different supply line. You're up here on the British first, I think. We can see that our supply lines are all looking okay. We can adjust that later on if we need more supply or whatever. The red marks are... we want less red, basically. There's a lot of Germans around here, so let's see if we can do something about this. Ooh, that's going to be bad news. Can you do something over here? Maybe you can... They're dug in. So we got a couple of different things we can do. We can do suppressive fire. We can do a feint attack. And we also have a peace attack, which peace attack I think is all about... Actually, that works as well because of the cover that they're in. It's going to be pretty bad news for us. Let's see the difference here. Either way. Was that the one I did before? Yeah, I want to look at the suppressive. I don't think it's going to do anything to them. So, let's do the peace attack. Sure. Blow your whistles out. So we're a little bit less... oh, it didn't do any good at all. That didn't do any good at all. So we can move there in the valley. I think we're just going to stay right here. And we can use points and like deploy, whatever. We don't need to do that. How about a feint attack? There you go. A little suppressing fire. Sure, sure. Hey, why don't you guys move on up? A little worried over here, but just hang out over this way. You got anything you can do over here? Not really. Not really. How about you... They didn't really cover those buttons in the tutorial. So, I'm doing my best here. You know what? Our goal is to hit this pass, and we could probably do it pretty easily. I'm a little worried about what's going on here on the first, but if we can cut off the south, that's all I really care about. Let's do some south cutting off. There you go. There you go. There you go. Let's stick to the mountains, I think. Oh, there's some prisoners. You can see some prisoners over here we can grab. We nab the prisoners. We're going to hit the supply line. If we can get up here, let's do it. Oh. Nice. Free cards. Okay, thanks. What's it do? Add one truck to supply network or enable... Sure, sure. So we got an extra truck. We can go and make this go away. Go away. We can extra truck. We can add to this to help our supply lines if we need to, which we don't need to at the moment. We're good. Can you move anymore? You can't. Music's getting exciting though. Okay, you can't. You can move up there. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. I don't know why we left the town, but let's do that. Stick to the hills here. You're good there. That's an Italian. We do have a bomb. Let's bomb. Who do we want to bomb? I think we need to bomb up north here. Oops. Not mean to click that guy, but you know what? That guy, I didn't like him anyway. We would take some casualties if we shoot him. So we probably shouldn't. Can I get anyone else over here to give me a little bit of help? Not really. We can move the headquarters. We're not doing that. That's all we got. What I should probably do... Didn't they like send like real time? Didn't they send a few troops like over to the side here? Is actually like the proper way that they did this. But this is all desert. I don't think we can get over there. Anyway, you know what? Next turn. We got one pass done. That's all really we're here for. Some air support there, messing with my tanks. So they got exclamation points here. Means that they are out of supply. And if you get out of supply 2 turns in a row, then basically you lose your action essentially. You just get stuck. So that's why they're running back, because we are trying to hit their supply lines, I guess. Because losing supply is bad news. Okay. One supply line disrupted. This guy is disrupted here. It could be for like various things, rain or whatever. Could cut him off, I guess. But he's okay. We can get him to get some supply lost over there. And what we're going to do is cut this supply line right here off. Ideally, we want to get back up to here. And I think we can actually. Do we just go for it? We get a bomb. You know, come here, bombers. Hit this guy. He didn't do anything. That was worthless. All right. Let's start from the north. So you can't do much to this guy. If you go there, you're going to be even worse. What are we trying to get to? Here in turn 7 and here in turn 4, which we can actually get to like pretty much right now. We can move all the way up here. We can capture this supply line. Let's see what that does for us when we capture it. I want to get both of these, but ideally we cut this thing off. Oh, we got to get there. Let's just move on. Oh, tanks. Okay, can you get in here and help me out? You can't. Can you move back? You're stuck there. Well, why don't you move on into here? Shoot that guy while you're at it. There you go. He's overrun, so he's running away. And then we can also, like, we have a couple different actions. We can move up here if we want to, like this. Come on over this way. Are you still in supply line range? Where's my headquarters? No. Can I move you? Like up? I want to go like... Let's go up to here. Is that wise? Yeah. Head on up there. You guys are out of supply now, but I'm going to move you around this way. Stay in supply. You as well. And you're going to get blasted. Just move back here for a moment. Still in supply? Yeah, you're fine. Okay. Let's see if we can hit. Feint attack on this guy. I want you to move up. Feint attack. Okay, it did a little better than we thought it was going to do. We'll go ahead and go there. No retreat. That's right, there's no retreat. Or, he didn't retreat. Whatever. Bring in the tanks. There you go. Move on up. You. Can we get someone to help me out here with these guys? Like you? Can you get over there? Move back. There you go. Okay. He could go in here. I guess if you get overrun, you get some sort of like a bonus attack or something. That's not going to be good for us. This guy, though, can get in here and do some... He's dug in, which is a bit of a problem. These guys seem to want something, so... There you go. No longer dug in. Grab some prisoners. They're falling back. We're just going to cut them off, I think. As best we can. Come on up over here. We're still in supply, I think. Should be fine. Yeah. You want to move on up? Those that can. You guys are good. Back over this way. Let's see here. Probably need to be using more of my... I think you guys are out of supply over here, aren't they? So if we can... You know, if we can just swing around here, can you maybe, like... It's a bad place to be. Something like that. Let's see if we can do some sort of feint attack. Blow up that bridge there. That would cut them off. Let's do it. What happens if we do that? That one? Oh, I can only throw ones in my supply line. Right, we have to move it up if we want to do that. Okay, just do this thing. Okay. Well done. Just hold a line. The South's going to be the ones that's going to be pulling in here. Oh, you know what? You can move all the way down here. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so we should be able to see they are completely cut off now. All the red squares means no supply. So we cut this line off, which means there's no supply coming into any of these units over here. There we go. That's their headquarters right there. This was wide open, but, you know, whatever. They're out of my range as well. They're out of my network. Yeah, you know, whatever. We'll deal with that in a second. We're busy cutting off German supply. Ouch! Taking my supplies out over there. You better run. Okay, so we got a bit of a problem over this way. Let's take a look at our supply. How are we doing here? So all this has been cut off because of... where'd they get me? Right in here somewhere? Oh, right here. So, we need to deal with that as best we can. Can you get back there and hit him? You can't. We could try just bombing him, I guess. We could also just increase the supply lines here. So we come over this way and increase you. To increase your supply range. Just do that, I guess. Make sure we've got some supplies coming in here. And can I increase you as well? Do I have enough points? No, as much as you can go. Okay. So we need to make sure we get in there. So we can get back there. That guy's a problem. Here, let's bomb him. That one. Okay. Still a problem over here? Yeah. Just come over here and just hold the line. Just do what you do over there. And then we're going to go and take their headquarters. Sure. And then go, like, here. So we're out of supply 2 turns in a row. Bad news, which is about to happen. So we move him now into supply, though, which he's out of right now. But if we move him here, he'll be fine. We'll put him right here in the pass. So he's in good shape. You're good. You in supply? Oh, you're not. Good job, buddy. Take that, and come back here real quick. Let's go with something, some peace attack. There we go. Hoping that wasn't your whole turn, but it is. And there. You got supply? No, you're fine. Come back over here. Okay. It's probably supposed to be an easy mission, but I'm not making it that way. Okay. Yeah, you just stay there. Okay, now, the real front. Okay, let's move on in. Take the trucks away. Start shooting. Come around this way. There we go. You go. I'd like you to go over this way and cut them off instead. on moving. I'm going to move the headquarters up a little bit further. I'm going to go ahead and move it right there. Might as well. And, yeah, get that guy. Okay, grab some prisoners while you're at it. And you can shoot again, but you're going to get blasted if you do that, so don't do that. Anybody else want to do anything? Oh, you all good? You can move still, but we're fine there. I mean, the north's looking bad. We have... Whoops. Did not mean to do that. Oh, good. We could maybe hold them off. Because there's a bridge. Well, they're in a town right now. It's fine. You know what? Let's go with... no bridge blowing up. Next turn. Let's see what happens. We'll do one more turn here. We'll just see if we can press on through. Our goal is to get to... Here? Oh, he's back. He's out of there. Okay, good. Ouch. I think we took unnecessary risks, like the game recommended we didn't do, but that's not how you win a war. Oh, I didn't get my passes in time. Oh, did I not? Where's McNasty? Oh, it's like right in, is it there? Yeah, I think so. We failed it. Oh, well. We're gonna go get this town, though. Well. In a moment. Here we go. Objective 1, done. You're cut off. Let's see. I keep on clicking without you really meaning to click. Now, you guys are cut off. They can't fire because they are out of supply. So we're going to get them back into our supply. You can see the exclamation point there is yelling at me. Same thing with these guys. Out of supply for 2 turns, so they are in bad news. I'm just going to back them up here. That tank there. In supply, you're fine. A bit of supply problems over here also. Just stay there. You, right here. Okay, grab some prisoners while you're at it. We do have supply over here. Oh, I forgot about you. Sorry, buddy. Move on up. We have supply over here, so it'd probably be a good idea to actually go and put some extra supply in this. So if we had more barrels to spend for supply, we would do that. I could probably take some away from here. Puts him out of supply. 2 units out of supply. If we do that and then move them over to here? Is this possible? No. Maybe next turn we can move them. Okay. So that wasn't ideal. Let's go and bomb. So the click and move on the button is left mouse, and the click and do things is left mouse. So I keep on hosing myself here. Up here. Get some shooting going on. There. Let's stay where we are. These guys are pretty tough. You know, I just realized what time the video's at right now, so I'm going to call it a day here. So, this is Unity of Command 2. It is out on Steam. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time.